Jerry Lawson reading interview techniques. Read this through the version on Readlang. Okay, so common questions would be, why did you leave your last job? What are your weaknesses? If you were a type of fruit, what would you be and why? Okay, some interview techniques are easier to answer than others, but whilst you can predict exactly what you'd be asked, any question has the potential to make you stumble, unless, of course, you've prepared in advance. Now, to help you get an idea what you could come up with, here's our list of common interview questions and how to answer them. Tell me about yourself. That's a common opening question, partly because your interviewers want to know more about you, but mostly because they want to put you on the spot and see how you react. They've given you complete control here, and you should take full advantage of it. They have not, however, asked for your life story. Keep your answer pertinent and try not to go off topic too much. You're here to interview for a particular position, and you shouldn't lose sight of this. Remember, the interviewer is not just making small talk. So a right answer should be about 2 or 3 minutes long and briefly cover your education, your interest in the field, work history and experience. A wrong answer would be, well, where do I start? I was born in 1974. I was a precocious child. So another question would be, what are your weaknesses? The first part of this question is realizing that you actually have some. Being a perfectionist doesn't count. Everyone has weaknesses or things that they can improve about themselves. And being honest with yourself here will save you a lot of time in the long run. The best answers to this question take one of your weaknesses and then give practical examples of how you're trying to address it. So a right answer might be, I used to find it difficult to work on simultaneous projects, preferring to finish on one task before starting another. However, since taking a time management course recently, I've learnt how to manage my schedule more effectively, making it easier to multitask when necessary. Another right answer might be to talk about a weakness and how you're trying to address it so that it eventually becomes a strength. A wrong answer would be kryptonite. Another question would be, why should you get this job? This is unashamedly aimed at provoking a personal sales pitch. As there will probably be a number of other candidates having interviews, this is your chance to demonstrate why you want the job and why you would be a perfect fit for the company. Essentially, the company is hiring for a reason. And a brief summary of which will usually be found in the job description. You need to position yourself as the person to do this. So a right answer would be, from what we've discussed so far, you're looking for X or having a problem with X. In the past, I've demonstrated X, Y, and Z, experience, your main strengths, and so on, which have really helped my previous employer. A wrong answer would be something like, well, I really just need the money. So another question could be, what are your salary expectations? So when completing preparations for the interview, always have this question in the back of your mind. Have a look at the average salary for someone in this industry area and who possesses similar skills to yourself. You should get a basic idea. But remember, this is only the first interview. You haven't been offered the job, so there's no need at this stage to try and begin negotiations. Giving a broad salary range will usually be enough to move on. But be prepared to back it up if you need to. Just don't be tempted to sell yourself short. If you're not sure about where to start, take a look at the average salary range checker. So a right answer would be a broad but realistic answer. I'm looking for a starting salary somewhere between 25,000 and 30,000. A wrong answer would be, I'm not sure, how much are you on? Should I ask about salary in my interview? So another question would be, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? The perennial job interview favorite. What the interviewer really wants is to see you've thought about your future and gauge your ambition. They also want to verify that this is just a stopgap This isn't just a stopgap position. Although all of your answers should be tailored to the organisation and position you've applied for. This is especially the case when this question, if you're going for an entry-level position, for example, explains that you like your career to progress. For example, I'd like to progress to a senior software engineer, or I see myself being a team leader. If you're going for a more senior position, explain how you'd be looking to move the company forward. Have a look at their business strategy or corporate objectives before the interview and explain how you could help in achieving them. So a right answer would be, I'm passionate about the industry. I fit my career goals around the company's objectives, and I demonstrate my ambition and exploit my strengths. The wrong answer would be on the other side of the desk. Okay, that's enough.